What's up, my people, my fellow shop talkers, my fellow shop talk brothers and sisters and adults worldwide? This is Carl Anderson. I'm sitting here at the Tokyo Dome Hotel all by myself because Gallows is at the gym. Azúcar Rocky Romero has left Tokyo. He's gone. He went back to Los Angeles, man. It's very sad times here at the TDH. But it's all good because what we got coming to you right now is a shop talk session that we shot in June during the Super Junior series with some darn good brothers, man. This is one of my favorite talk shops of all time, since there's been so many and all. But make sure you crack a beer ski or tin ski, like you will obviously hear that we did, except for the Young Bucks because they don't drink ski. But I think Rocky Romero and I had just gotten back from a Tokyo Giants game, so we were a little bit lit-ski, to say the least. But this is me. This talk shop session you're about to listen to is me, Azúcar Rock, the future of flight, Ricochet, and in my eyes, probably one of the best tag teams in the world. Probably the best tag team in the world, whatever. But the Young Bucks, man, Matt and Nick Jackson. They're great shop talkers. They're great friends of mine. They're funny as hell. This shop talk session has a lot of funny stories. Ricochet is a cool cat. And I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did doing it. And hashtag talking shop. Send us some questions. Let us know what you think. Thanks for listening. Crack the brewskis. Enjoy. Hey, you're listening to the Good Brothers, the Machine Gun, Carl Anderson, Azúcar, Rocky Romero, and the Big LG, Doc Gallows. And you're listening to Talkin' Shop on MLW Radio. What up, everybody? I don't think people realize how insane our lives are. Like the things we do, the shit we do. The boys are already popping. But like just the thought of like...
It's true.
We get on these ridiculously long flights to Japan. The people get blood clots from the first... Is that a beer pop?
That's
you
a
gotta,
beer ski.
You gotta ask for a beer pop on this shizzo.
I'm so sorry.
You don't do your own beer pops, bro.
I know, I'm just so tired. I just want a beer.
You guys can see old
I don't know
Azúcar's
how
eyes.
that goes together.
Azúcar's eyes are getting a little close,
They're
like
getting-
the
oh, yeah.
guns.
Guns are getting smaller and smaller.
The gun's doing all right compared to old Rock, man. But once again, in the little shop talking session, we got myself and Azúcar. We got Nick Buck,
What up,
a.k.a. the Indie Taker.
Oh, yeah.
We
We
got...
of sewing his tights right
He's
now.
at this
The
moment
seamstress.
sewing his tights
Yeah.
because why? Are they ripped?
I don't know.
His,
They're
cro-
ripped.
his
crotch
because,
is too big.
You know who
Your cock
Is
is too
packing.
big.
is packing.
Yeah, that hammer's just too big.
That hammer's trying
Hammer's
to get
too
out.
big, man.
Ask the old wife ski. She don't want any a part of it anymore.
We were talking about that
That's
the
a
other
shoot.
day.
If you're married, if you're married,
That's
never
why.
do.
That's the reason.
You guys made a child and that was it.
That's
huh?
Oh, that's the end of it. Yeah, once that happens, forget it.
One of my
I'm just
favorite
kidding,
stories
babe.
of
Just
this.
kidding, babe ski.
It's a pretty classic story of Nick, and I don't know if I'm doing it too soon or what, but it's my favorite one, man. Nick Buck looks outside outside his house, and there's 3 kids playing basketball on your hoop, right? At your house that you
In
own.
his
How
yard,
old
yeah.
are you?
At his yard.
In my yard.
A couple years ago, right?
It's just
How old
recently.
am I now, or at this point of the story?
Of course.
At 23 there.
Yeah, and he
Like
goes,
Michael Jordan, brother.
He opened the door and he goes, "Hey, what are you doing on my hoop?" Right?
Yes.
Hopefully just like that.
Yeah, and they're going, "Well, we're playing some basketball." He goes, "You gotta ask before you play basketball on my hoop." Anyway, I went out there and balled him up because I'm really good at basketball.
That's a shoot story,
And
brother.
that's a shoot because he is actually.
pretty
He
good.
is
Really good.
There's more
It's
than
really good. That's
Pretty good.
Well, we got the Undertaker here with us. We got Matt Buck with us.
Corporate
Kane,
as we call him.
Corporate Kane, Matt Buck.
Because basically he's the brother of the Undertaker.
I can't wait till the corporate K thing goes. like next to her, it'll be gone. I'll wait it out.
It's not,
As soon as we release this stuff, certainly you'll start getting corporate cane chants.
Hashtag
Right?
corporate
for
cane.
sure.
Oh, I hope so. I hope
It's
so.
not even cool.
Doesn't
It makes sense.
It's more than cool.
Like,
man.
why the corporate?
I don't know. It started out as because Nick's the Undertaker, and you're. And it's just.
It just makes sense.
We're just
somewhere.
talking way over people's heads now. And of course, we got the future of flight, the
Yep.
lover of flight.
The lover of flight.
I like the
I love-
lover of flight.
I love flight.
Yeah,
He loves flight. Our
Love
good
it.
brother Ricochet, man.
you know.
Yeah.
What a
That's
good
me. What's
brother.
up,
I
everybody?
gotta be honest. I love when Ricochet comes on here because, like, we look similar, kind of.
We do.
Yeah,
we
you
had
do.
people believing it the other
We're
night.
both
Yeah.
kind of black.
Yeah. Exactly.
We got
Exactly.
three.
Pretty much.
We got,
Yeah,
I
exactly.
like that
Pretty much.
Ricochet comes too because we got three. And when the Young Bucks come, also, then it's 3 white guys and 3 not white guys.
Exactly.
I don't know what you mean by that.
I mean,
But anyway,
I don't
I don't know what that means.
Where's the third
And
one?
there's only 2 of us here.
Yeah, who's the third
Where's
one?
the third?
Oh, 2!
Yeah, what are you talking
When your eyes are getting smaller.
Yeah,
and smaller.
yeah.
Holy shit!
Anyway,
Get another beer ski
I'm gonna
down.
pop a beer
Pop
ski.
it.
Hold on,
Get
Mario.
it.
Boom.
Sounds
Great
so
noise.
good.
So
I can't explain how good that sounds on the old microphone ski.
Anyway, Ricochet.
Everything's ski.
Yeah.
Everything's
Anyway, when Ricochet's
Everything's
ski
ski.
comes on it, man, it's like fuck, man.
I was telling
Big deal, brother.
right
deal.
before I listened to Stone Cold and Eric Bischoff, man, and they were doing a podcast and they were talking about drinking beer, and that was it.
You just need a beer.
I needed a
You just
beer.
need to get one pronto.
I needed a podcast.
I didn't know
I needed
you
a
were going
fucking ranch.
And now here we are.
I
needed
needed
a podcast.
316. What do you call it? 316
Gimmick
Skull
Street.
Ranch. Gimmick Street. Was that
yeah.
it? Yeah,
Gimmick
I needed something.
I like
There-
that.
He's got a great podcast.
He does, yeah, of course.
No,
Yeah.
this is good. Yeah.
He's,
That's
everything
amazing.
Stone
Him
Cold
and
does
Cabanas
is
are the
good.
best, man.
Well, until this has been
Until this
released,
one.
brother.
Until this one kicks off.
Talking
So this hits the
shiz off.
masses, Daddy.
Yeah.
Talking
Talking
shiz
shop.
off.
Did the talking shop thing
ski?
happen when where did
Talking
the thing
shop
come
ski.
from? That tweet I did? Oh, we're on Bullet Club's on the bus talking shop, and
Yeah,
then
it's
we
just,
just been
I don't
saying it.
know. Like we would sit on the bus, we start talking shop. It
Yeah.
would be just us, like just sitting here
The
talking
boys
shop.
hanging out.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just sitting there talking shit.
Yeah.
And then sometimes we'd wrestle a show or whatever, and then the show would be over. I would grab a couple of brewskis. Rock would grab a couple of beers, but whatever. We'd sit in the room. We'd talk shop.
Yeah.
And we call it talking shop. I don't know why. Where did
Yeah.
it come from?
I don't know. It's a wrestling thing. I've heard it.
I just burped and blew it in Rock's face accidentally.
Yeah,
and he's
not
going
he's
nuts
not
right
liking
now.
it.
I don't like that.
Our producer's real tired today. We traveled from Kyoto, Japan. I don't think people realize that. We traveled from Kyoto,
On
Japan,
our
which
day
is a
off?
6.5 hour trip or
Oh,
something.
man. It was bad.
Back to Tokyo.
Yeah.
Actually, it wasn't too bad. I slept a lot of it, luckily. Yeah.
So did Alex Shelley. And also, and a lot of boys did. I mean, a lot of the,
I actually slept a little bit. I usually never sleep.
we
on the
all
bus.
did. Yeah, I did. Rock did.
This guy.
Shelly did.
Look at this seamstress right
I
here.
wish Shelley was here now, man.
Yeah, actually,
That's
that'd be good.
brother,
interview.
you know.
That'd be a good one.
He'll be on your next episode of Talking
I hope
Shiz.
so. Oh, I'd love that. I'd
That's
love to
great
have
shot.
brother on Talking Shop,
great
man.
excuse.
He's good at that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You know,
He
he
got a
really
lot of
is.
stories.
He's a good company man guy. That kind of stuff. But I think Rock wanted to make sure that I want to get Ricochet's full story, man.
Yeah.
Full story?
I'm interested by Ricochet's story.
I am too because like I've said
I
it
don't know a whole
previously.
lot, and I want to know more.
I said
Yeah.
previously that I had seen Ricochet at a show, at a Ian Rockin' show, and I just saw him, and it's like,
At a
this
what?
kid's something.
Ian
At
Rock.
an Ian Rock.
Oh.
I always say Ian. I am.
He did say
I'm
N.
from the South, man. I don't know.
I gotta be
Ian
honest.
Rotten.
Every
There's
time
no
he says
Ian.
something like that, I gotta call him out on it because it's like,
You gotta keep it real,
Good.
man.
In
Okay.
You
Rock.
guys, what do you brothers
I'm
say?
at an Ian Rotten show.
Ian.
What the-
Ian.
Ian?
Ian Rotten.
Ian.
I always
Ian.
say Ian.
Ian Rotten show.
Ian.
I don't know, man.
Whatever. Not important. Let's talk
Rotten.
about Ricochet.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Ian.
Oh, God.
N or Ian?
Let's talk about Ian, how
No,
nuts
let's
he is.
not. Let's not.
What does Ian do now?
Actually, he's still, he just started running up IWA again.
Yeah, he
started
does
running
that,
shows
right?
again, yeah.
Again?
Have you been on any?
I did one. I did
Well,
one,
how'd it go?
That's old school, man.
It was well, not because of Ian, but like the show was awful because
Oh.
I was on my way there, and it's like when the big snowstorm had hit like that area, and it was only supposed to take me like 2.5 hours to get to this place. It took me like 6.5 hours.
Oh,
There's so much snow. Like I'm driving, I have like a little Honda Prelude. I'm driving in this car and like have to go.
Prelude or pray?
The prelude.
Prelude. Either way, like
We all say things differently.
I'm driving in this car, like
He's a redneck,
going at least 40. I have to go like 40 miles an hour because the snow was 3-4 inches off the ground. You know.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's bad. So it took me like
terrible.
6 hours to get to this place.
Jeez.
It was not fun, but even then, like with the huge snowstorm and everything, it still drew like 100 people. Like those 100 people, those 100 people drove through the snowstorm to come to the show.
That's true.
Why
Dedication.
are you popping? Are you laughing at, brother?
I'm laughing at the 100 people that actually showed up to eat and Ricochet.
I'm telling you, they drove through
Legit, I'm gonna be honest.
They
on
drove
This
that.
100
through
people,
blizzard,
these
bro.
100 people drove through the blizzard.
Oh, Rocky Romero
come
here,
to-
Mister.
Rocky
I wrestling
shoot.
for thousands.
I think it was,
Tokyo Dome at
Let me tell you
19.
something. 19 years old.
19 year-
I was in the
debuting.
Tokyo Dome. 48,000 people fucking sold. I mean, come on. How can I be working? I ain't got time for that shit.
I got time for that.
Nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. I got bronchitis.
Is that where you started, Ricochet?
Actually, no. I started at this company called Chaos Pro Wrestling in Brookport, Illinois. That's where I trained and everything.
In
at.
Illinois, though. Huh?
Brookport, like the lowest southern part of Illinois you could get. The next town over was Paducah, Kentucky.
How old were you?
My first match
Certainly 14.
on my birthday. I turned 15 years
Wow.
What the fuck? That's exactly.
old. Yeah,
Legit, huh?
yeah. My first
Exactly.
match. It was actually a backyard show, but it was really cool because although it was a backyard show, we had like a $5,000 like high spots wrestling ring.
Beautiful.
Yeah, we had like 2 rows of like bus seats because I guess they knew somebody who owned a junkyard, so they got all these bus seats. They had like 2 rows of bus seats around the ring, which is pretty cool. We sold like little chips and stuff for concessions. They had like a little makeshift entranceway, so it's like it's pretty cool. We just didn't have a building,
It was
you
like
know.
a
real
show.
deal.
We just didn't have a building.
Were you
and
the,
actually,
the booker?
I wasn't the booker at
Oh,
the
okay.
time, but actually the next show, like we got a building the next month.
Indie Matt would have been.
Yeah,
the
the
booker.
next month we got a building.
Who was your trainer? Who trained you?
At first, there was this guy his name's Will Woods. He went by like Kid Sinister. He was pretty cool. And then a guy named Brandon Thunderbolt Walker.
Those are 2 awesome names.
And then
Little
actually
skis.
Chuck E. T kind of helped a little bit too, like in there, like especially like
So Chuck
coming
E.
through the
T
business.
actually, you guys go back. Chuck E. T.
way
is
back,
like,
yeah, way back.
He's a part of that area that you came up from.
Yeah,
Okay.
he actually trained in this other place called Old School Wrestling. Like we lived like 45 minutes apart.
Sounds good.
Yeah, he trained in this place called Old School Wrestling.
I'm sorry that Rock keeps laughing
No,
at where
yeah.
it came from.
Poor guy, man.
It's like
These are
this
his
guy's
roots.
trying to explain
Yeah.
to you his roots,
I can't
bro,
help
and you're
that.
making fun of him. Like,
No, it's good.
No,
it's all
no,
it's all
no.
good.
He understands.
We understand each other.
Meanwhile,
of course you guys
Let me just
do.
say, Ricochet
Live
is pretty much like my younger brother.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
skis.
Your
And,
broskies.
yeah, my broskies. And, you know, wherever we go, we always say that, Ricochet's my young brother, because we look so similar. So I understand where he's and I 100% understand where he's coming from. So when he says these names and everything, it's interesting to me. And
It's
I gotta
funny,
laugh
yeah.
because
Oh,
it's
yeah.
funny.
It is
man.
funny. It's super funny. It's
Well, you
really
guys did
funny.
actually take the same kind of upbringing in professional wrestling because Rock paid his dues and did his thing, and then of course Ricochet paid his dues. Nothing was given to us.
No,
Any of us.
no.
I can say that for all
No, that's real.
5 of us here. Like,
Yep.
there was nothing handed to us.
No.
It
That's
was-
why I laugh is just because it sounds
We don't
so
got a good
ridiculous,
last name.
and it reminds me of my upbringing
Yeah.
as well. You know, that's all. I don't mean it in disrespect.
Yeah, no, that's for sure though.
Yeah, we're not second generation guys.
Exactly.
Like we're not.
No.
We're
We're not a
have
We all
any-
started from scratch, man.
None of us
Right.
had tie-ins.
Except for Nick
to-
Buck here. He's a
Oh,
second
yeah,
generation.
the
Besides, besides,
Yeah, it's true.
Undertaker's his
Yeah.
dad to us.
People would think that.
People, you act like that.
Yeah, I rule with an
You
iron
carry
fist.
yourself. Iron fist.
And he takes kind of
I
so
can't
Mike
take
Tyson.
it anymore. I gotta go home.
Ricochet,
Broadcast.
when did you realize that you could that you were
Oh,
good at
shoot.
this shit?
Like a year ago.
Legit.
No.
True.
A
Well,
year.
certainly it was
Not a
sooner
year.
than that,
come
bro.
on.
For sure, like
No.
Because some
Till
of the shit
legitimately
you do
realized
is
it.
ridiculous.
Legitimately realized it, like maybe like a year and a half ago.
Really?
Yeah, for sure.
Where were you?
Yeah,
Like, could you say the situation? I mean, like, why did you think that then?
Uh,
Because that's later in your career, and
Yeah, I was-
you're,
yeah.
you're amazingly.
You're small.
We all think that you're fucking amazing. So
but honestly, like not even until like I started going to Dragon Gate in 2010, I wasn't good at all. I wasn't good at all. No matter what anybody said, like I go back and watch stuff. I'm like, man, I don't see how
That's
anybody
just your
likes me.
opinion,
I guess
though. When
it's,
you-
no, it's bad.
But
He
when
started
you say
really
that,
getting confidence
maybe
a
like
few years ago. I'd say.
Yeah, I
years
can
ago.
see that,
Maybe
yeah.
you say that maybe like you thought maybe your little things were weird or something, but you could,
Everything was bad.
But you could of course do like a moonsault
Of
better
course.
than anybody in the whole
That's
world.
the only reason people even halfway enjoyed my work.
That's
Double
so
moonsault.
what?
Yeah.
that's great though. And look where
That's-
you're at
yeah,
now.
that
You're
was my-
sitting
my
right here
stick, you know, that's
live
what
in
I had.
Tokyo, Japan, with
For
the
sure,
brothers
exactly.
talking shops.
Wrestling
But,
in the second biggest
Legitimately
company in the
realized,
world.
I don't know. I guess I would have like
Was there a
maybe-
match? That,
maybe my first Kobe World Show for Dragon Gate.
okay.
It was like me and Shima versus Pac and Dragon Kid.
What year was that? Do you remember?
It'd been 2011, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. That match, after the match, I was like, man, like I could realize, like I'm starting to get better at
You could
this.
hang with
forget
these
these
guys.
I can
with
hang
the
with
best.
these guys. Yeah, hang with
Yeah.
the best.
And at that
I'm
time,
starting to get a little
those
better at
guys are
this.
amazing, man.
Yeah, amazing guys. All of them.
I watched those matches especially, and man, those Dragon Gate matches really freak me out.
They're mind
insane.
blowing.
They're insane.
They're
Insane.
nuts.
Insane.
They're
Insane.
nuts.
And sometimes, like I'll say, like about the junior matches, I'll say, man, I can't do that. That's ridiculous. And then Alex Kozlov, I said, man, I've seen your matches with Tanahashi. Like, there's lots of stuff, like where
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
lots of different stuff that you remember.
For
And
sure.
I know you can do it. And I'm like, no, I can't.
Yeah,
And then
I think you could.
I watched back me and Tanahashi's match or whatever, and I realized that we do have a lot of things. But then I watched those Dragon Gates matches, and there's just so much that I realized that I honestly can't.
It's a lot. It is a lot.
I can't.
Dude, I think we all could. It's just a matter of you do the match over and over and over. You add
Yeah.
things. It's a lot of it's combinations. It seems like a lot.
And-
It's all new to us, but it's all stuff that you're going
You just
back
gotta
to.
use
They've
it.
been
They're going back.
They've been doing
Right.
it for a whole tour.
Right, because I said the
exactly.
same thing
That's
when we were
true.
first going to go to Dragon Gate. I was watching the match on YouTube. I can't do this. There's no way. And then by the end of my first tour, I was doing it.
Yeah.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? See, we're all capable of it, but man, my God, your
hard.
first day on the job at a place like that is so
And that's
intimidating.
corporate.
I remember-
That's come from corporate.
I remember
That's
my,
from
my
corporate.
first show ever.
Yeah, tell us about it.
It's actually I don't remember the city of it, but it was like 325 people at this show, and to where I come from, that's a shit ton of people at the time. Especially
Yeah.
I'm,
Me too.
I'm ready to do like Sasuke specials and 630s and all my moves I have. I'm ready to do them all. And then Shima's like, no, today's small show, local city. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
There's 325 people.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I was like, there's
Yeah.
325 people out there. This is a big show. And I'm like, no,
Yeah.
easy show. Yeah, please take care. I'm like,
How does
okay,
it feel?
man.
Okay, so with that, how the perspective? How does it feel from going like to say? Because people don't know, from Dragon Gate to New Japan Pro Wrestling and being in New Japan Pro Wrestling for this tour or whatever. That 2 tours that you've been here now.
It was actually weird. Last year,
Super Junior last year.
it came at a perfect time. I don't know why. I guess because I was just doing so many tours, like just not just in Dragon Gate, but like all over the world. Like just doing so much wrestling and like kind of the same thing. Like I was kind of getting a little like just burnt out. I'm like, man, I need a break. And then I came here last year and it was, I don't know, just rejuvenated
fresh
me.
air.
Yeah, it really did.
Beautiful.
Like hanging with
The brothers made him happy.
hanging with the
Yeah.
no, like legitimately did.
Yeah.
I was like, man, this is amazing. Like it made me so happy. It made me love wrestling again, and it just
I gotta say,
Feel free to say that again.
Yeah.
That
No,
New
for-
Japan Brothers made you
it for
love
sure
wrestling again.
100%. I tell everybody that.
Yeah,
That's
you-
great.
I think last year was.
This New Japan
And
Brothers
this
is a
year's a
real
very
deal,
special
aren't
year.
This year's been great,
Last
too.
year
This year's
was
been great.
A very special year, but I just maybe where everybody was at that time, like just like we had Trent Beretta,
I miss old Trent.
I miss
yeah,
him.
and
Yeah.
Kendrick.
Brian Kendrick, and everybody was kind of like in a weird position at the time. So maybe like we just have a good brotherhood at that moment. We're like,
Yeah, there was something special about last year.
for some reason,
I
yeah,
happened to be
yeah,
on
yeah.
last year too.
Legitimate.
And
I
this
remember
year,
that,
I gotta
yeah.
say, the wrestling has been. on
It's been a
another
great,
fucking
great
level.
tour.
Great
Better
shows.
than
Great
Yeah,
shows.
it's
last year
great.
was great, but it blew last year's fucking work away. But,
Wow.
like legit. But there's just different. I don't know.
But for sure, like I said, but like don't get me wrong, I love wrestling for Dragon Gate and all over the place, but like that I guess it was 3 weeks here. Like,
it was fun.
Really rejuvenated me, and I was like, man, I love wrestling again. Like,
We had a good time.
we had a great time.
I think this trip seems more grueling because it was like 8 shows. in 9
This-
days.
this-
every day was a show.
Yeah, what 9 shows in 10 days?
But we all bonded because we're all hurting. We're all just
For the people listening, like we're on the Super Juniors tour right now,
yeah.
which is what
We're at
is
the
it?
end of it. Tomorrow's
Is
the
it
last
9
day.
shows in
9 shows in 10 days.
10
I think, or
days.
something.
9 shows in 10 days.
Like every day we get on the bus,
Right. Yeah, you're right.
like every day someone would get on the bus. I'm like, hey, how you feeling? Oh, my ankle's done.
My
Well,
ankle.
I got a stinger today. Like
Yeah.
every person was
If you
hurting.
felt good, I was like, I wrestled Nick last night. I was like, yeah, I'm feeling fucking. How you feeling? Good. I'm like, yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
you know, Rock's
right.
getting, Rock's
So
getting
happy,
stiff.
man.
Yeah, man.
'Cause I get stiff out there, man. I fuck people up.
It becomes like a bond almost because we're all living this life. We're all on the bus 8 hours, a day or whatever it was. It wasn't that bad, but sometimes it's 7 hours, 6 hours, 4 hours,
You never
and we're all
know.
hurting.
Like Kenny Omega's
So-
ankle's about to fall.
Yeah.
It's like black and blue. It's about to fall off. Like
We're all getting massages just so we can get through the next
yeah, we're all
day.
getting massages every day just so we can get to our match.
But you know what's great is we all survived it. We're all fine now, and
Yeah.
we lived it. It was fun. Man, it was one of my favorite tours.
Really good.
It was
That
like,
was-
and,
yeah,
and
that-
the matches were awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Awesome.
That was
It was
why
a
me and
test.
Rock, like me and Rock are best buddies from way back, and that's why we wanted to start this, like I don't know, blog thing, just the radio blog thing, just to people realize how insane our
crazy.
lives are. Like
Absolutely crazy.
like we just said on the road, where we had matches 9 days or 9 matches in 10 days.
Yeah.
Like I saw Ricochet's, like you fucked your ankle up the first night.
Yeah.
First night.
He still had 7, 8 more matches.
He fucked it up the first night.
But like 2 nights ago, Matt and fucking Ricochet had the match of the night, like match
thanks, man.
of the year.
Thank you
fucking
so
With
much.
his ankle fucked
Thanks,
up.
Yeah, with
Yeah, he's
their
hurt.
ankles fucked up.
Tape it up every day.
Going,
Of course.
going hard as hell, and they killed it. Killed it.
Like
Killed
Omega,
Yeah.
Kenny Omega, who's one of the funniest sons of bitches.
Oh,
in the
he's
whole
great.
world. Like he fucked his ankle up too,
Yeah, and he's rocking it with
First
Rocky
night.
and Nick.
First night.
and he rocked it with everybody.
Everybody.
That's legit. Man.
He's one of the best workers on the planet.
Oh
He is,
God, by
on
far.
the planet. Like I mean, a lot of people.
I would
listen.
like to have him on here one day.
He's a
He'd
guy.
be here right now. He'd be right here
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
He's a guy that can get over in any town in the world. I
For
think.
sure.
I think.
Doing Jim Ross impressions.
Oh,
right
man.
now. Jay-
He's a
By,
crack-
by the way, by the
JR
way,
impressions.
by the way,
man.
Nick Jackson has the best Jim Ross
Can we get
impression.
Can we get a?
That's a damn slobber knocker.
It's like drunk Jay.
It's like, is that a?
Picture perfect. That's what it is.
On the point.
If Kenny Omega was in here, brother, that
Oh,
would be
he's got
just-
a
it's
great
just,
JR, man.
hands down the greatest.
He's a crack up, man. I like him.
He's great. I remember like so Gallows is my partner now, right?
He's another awesome guy,
Of
by
course,
the way.
he's great.
Yeah, I
he does.
never met him until this tour.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
really,
he's-
really
You're
cool
instant
guy.
best friends with the guy.
Yeah,
He's
he's
a
so
great brother.
It's
so cool.
100%.
Like I only heard stories about him, and I first met him. I was like, "Hey, can I sit by you on the bus real fast?" I was like, "Dude, I think we're best friends, right?"
Yeah.
And we became best friends in that 1 hour drive
Basically,
to
though, everybody
Tokyo.
that you met before you met him, he said, "Oh, Gallows is amazing.
He's a brother.
He's a brother. You're gonna be best friends with him."
Yep.
And then literally you were like best friends.
I
with
felt
him.
like I already knew him
For
because
sure.
Cabana put him over or whatever. I'm like, this guy's
Yeah.
the coolest.
Yes.
Yeah.
I never heard anything bad about him. And and then A Train goes back to WWE and he messages me and he goes, how's Gallows? And I go, he's great.
Yeah.
He's great. He's great outside the ring and inside the ring.
Yeah.
And I was waiting for Matt to say something like, this guy's he's a worker. Just something.
Typical
and he
worker
goes,
thing.
Yeah, just something worker. Just try to get something going. Even if he was joking. He
course.
goes, no, everybody says
real
he's
deal,
great.
Yeah. He's the best, man.
He's legit.
Nick and I get along with him because he's such a carny, just like us. We're always trying to push that
Right up
merchandise.
your
We're always trying to
alley.
sell that gear. Like,
of course.
so that's
Gotta
we talk
provide,
shop
family.
literally all day
literally,
with that guy.
and Nick hasn't said anything because he's literally right now
Focus.
sewing
Any
up
taker right
his
now is
tights. in his
what Nick
crotch
Jackson is
area
doing right
is
now.
tights right
He's sewing his tights.
100% focused on it.
Yeah, so that he can.
I'm a
get that together.
carny.
Hey, Rock.
gotta provide.
There's
Sell these.
2 more chew highs in there. Can we kill those or?
Yeah, we can bust it.
Do we have time for that?
Yeah, we got time for that. I want to put the headphone. Ricochet is going to take over.
Am I
as-
taking
as
headphones?
my guy.
Beautiful.
Oh, snap.
Hey, I got a question for Ricochet.
Yes, sir.
brother.
I want to hear about the first time you did the double moonsault. Because that is
That
is
the sweetest move of all time.
it is the craziest move in wrestling
I
history.
saw that last year, the Super Juniors, and I lost my mind.
If you haven't
And
seen it, please
just-
YouTube it because it's the most risky move.
Insane skis.
Yeah.
This
It definitely
Brewski
is.
season.
How in the world did you know how to do it, and why did you try
I
it?
don't think I really did know how to do it.
Really?
It actually came because one of my best friends who wrestled at the time, his name was Hex Gage. He did like a Phoenix Splash 630.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I want to beat that guy. I want to do something better.
Wow.
And I had a trampoline since I was like 4 years old, so we'd always do stuff on the trampoline. So I was like practicing this double moonsault because I could do it on a trampoline, you know. Right. So I was like practicing into the next month's show, and then I was telling the guys at the show, I was like, tonight I want to try a double moonsault, and they're like, you're obviously a moron.
Nuts, yeah.
Because at the time, I think Jack Evans did it off a cage.
Yep.
But I was like, no, I want to do it
So
in the
fucking
ring.
high, and then that's a complete different story.
Completely different.
You're-
100% different. And I was like, I think I can do it. Because on a trampoline, I could do like one bounce into it.
Yep.
And that's kind of how I practiced all my stuff.
So that's how you did it.
And that's how I
you
started.
learned.
And
Wow.
so I was wrestling my buddy Matt Winters at the time was his name. Matt Winters. And then so I was like, just move. And I was supposed to go over in this match too, so it's a really weird story. I'll tell you in a little bit. So I was like, just move. And so I go up and I obviously hit it, but I mean, I barely made it, especially because I had like a little bit of an afro at the time. I mean, I had even less space than
Did you
normal.
land on your back on that?
No, I landed face first.
Okay.
Boom. I hit.
Unbelievable.
And
Straight
then-
up double
Full
moonsault.
rotation,
One,
Yeah, full rotation.
Then another full
rotation,
rotation.
yeah.
Land on your stomach.
Yeah, he moves because I didn't know where I was gonna land, so I was like, I wanted him to move
That's
just so we could
That's
get it in.
insane.
unbelievable.
It's
Yeah.
the craziest
Insane.
move in wrestling history.
And
fucking
actually,
crazy.
we go on in the finish of the match. It's like a Phoenix Splash
Yeah.
later because
Oh,
it's
wow.
like totally anti.
Yeah. Talk about going from one
But
thing
I
to
remember
the
that
next.
was the first time I ever. And then actually the next month, I actually hit it on him
Hey, did you do it? Is that you doing it? The springboard to the floor? A
in
double?
Chikara. Actually,
Oh my god, that was you.
Yeah, I was doing a Chikara.
Have you seen this?
No,
It was again
An acai moonsault, but a double rotation
Yeah.
to the floor.
To the
floor?
To the
Off
floor.
To
top rope?
You haven't
second
seen
rope?
that? We'll pull it up.
Top
remember
rope?
Cloudy?
Yep.
Yeah,
Remember
He
Cloudy?
He did. He smashed his face on the thing, right? Or something, or-
This
Yeah,
guy's
Cloudy,
insane.
player Uno, and I had Chuck Taylor. He was standing far back.
See, I
I
thought
told
they
that
him-
was
were
you.
catching.
I told him just
Yeah.
in case
I
I
thought
go
that
far,
was you.
please stand
Yeah.
back. And so again, I go up for it. I actually had a springboard.
Yeah.
And I started falling forward.
right.
I'm like,
You
oh
do it
shit,
like a
oh shit, oh
double
shit, oh
tap.
shit. And then then I finally catch it up and I go
Still
back.
went for it.
And then I was like, oh shit, and I thought, okay, here we go.
That was
And
like
then I do it.
Kozlov in that one. Did you see Kozlov in that one video?
Oh,
There's a
classic.
Kozlov video where he
Classic. Oh,
jumps
really?
to the
Classic
top for a
RH,
jump to the outside. And
Oh,
not
that's
to
a
see
great
the
story right there.
So he jumps to
In
the top
itself.
and he starts falling backwards and
Dude,
starts swimming.
he does eight rotations, 8 circles.
Legit,
Backwards.
we counted it.
Yeah.
We counted it, yeah.
He springboards to the top for a jump to the outside. He starts backward pedaling.
His arms went in circles
Classic.
8 times around.
And then he finally stops and makes the jump.
And it's perfect.
I was gonna say, did he actually
Perfect.
recover?
He
Okay.
made the
It's the
jump.
most amazing.
Yeah.
One of the best dives.
It was
ever
one of the
seen.
best dives I've ever seen.
Yeah,
Ever.
there's-
Okay.
Oh, that's
Oh, that's
amazing.
Not on purpose, though.
But yeah, I do the whole double moonsault and nobody catches me and I fall.
Unbelievable.
Thought I broke my hip.
Yeah, YouTube that one. That
Why
one's
would a human
nuts.
being try that?
Yeah. I don't know. I was. It was my second
When-
match.
yeah, when-
in Chikara.
Yeah.
Second match.
Passion for
I
wrestling.
guess, yeah. You
My
wanna
first
make a
match was
statement.
like me and Chuck Taylor in a singles match.
that
and
passion.
When you just
Wow.
when you're just an indie brother, like you
Yeah,
just
that's
want to
true.
do
You don't
stuff.
care.
You're right.
that
You're right. We did
stands
the
out.
same.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
we used
would
to do the same.
Never in
Yeah.
my life think about doing
I couldn't do that.
I'm glad you
Right.
cut it out.
But you're
of
willing to
Arsenal.
fall on your head
Yeah,
a million times.
anything
I know.
that
It's the same
would've-
thing.
Yeah, I don't know though. I look back and I think I might have been a little bit of a wiener because
You
like
think?
I didn't want to do those kind of things, but
You're a bigger guy,
I
though.
would have gone. I'm not.
We were doing some
God,
crazy
get the fuck
stuff,
outta
though.
here.
it.
We were doing some
Right.
crazy
Randy
stuff.
Orton, I
Remember
know.
you basing me
He's a
for all
little
this
fella.
crazy?
Well, I'm a great bass. Don't
You
get
got a
me
heck
wrong.
of bass. Remember that little thing you do?
I'm a
with Nick?
phenomenal bass, but I don't.
That's
look
what I
Randy
love.
Orton.
Hey, do you want
bass
to tell
nowadays.
the story of you're the one who invented basically the Young Bucks super kick gimmick? Are you the first one I saw ever slap your leg?
Oh, that's a good story.
That's a great story.
What?
Hell
Yeah.
Well,
Why do I not know
You
this?
have to tell that.
Well,
Nick doesn't
What does
want
a Nick
to
know?
so we're about
Why does an indie taker
Why does
know?
Indy Taker
Before
not
you
know
get
this?
me heat, let's talk about
we're
it.
Hey,
probably-
Wrestler's Court, brother.
we're probably in our second PWG match, 2007, 8, I don't know.
Six.
Even earlier, maybe. Okay.
Yeah.
And
That sounds about right.
it's me and Nick and TJ Perkins versus you're in the
yeah.
ring. It's you and Bino.
Yeah, that was
Someone, I don't know.
2006.
You and two other guys, Bino and maybe Scott Law. I don't know. I'm total guess.
You-
But anyway,
Scott Hall?
Scott lost. Scott lost. So there comes this opening high spot, I think.
Yeah.
Machine Gun gets in there and he hits this wicked kick.
Oh,
and he gets
yeah.
the greatest noise. I'm like, how did he get that noise?
Oh yeah, man.
I'm like, what did he do? Like, it was amazing. The crowd popped huge, right?
Basically, he heard this. I had slapped my leg for you numbskulls.
Back, I was
out there.
I was so naive to
K-Fizzle,
all that.
on the K-Fizzle.
I was so naive. I didn't know you did that. Back then, nobody slapped their leg ever. Nobody got noise on stuff.
What?
I'm like, how did he do that?
How did I come from Cincinnati? Like, where there's no smart fans at all. I moved to Los Angeles. I throw a fucking sidekick
It was
that I
beautiful.
taught myself. I slapped the fuck out of my leg.
Sean was slapping the shit out of it.
I didn't know.
Sean was fucking.
I didn't know, man.
bro.
I just didn't know. I was naive, man. I hadn't been around. I'd never left California. Like, I'd just been some guy, I was 3 years in.
I guess I'd
So-
only been there for that.
I mean, it changed my life. It changed my career. I saw the reaction. I'm like,
It made your
I'm
career.
doing it.
Yeah, exactly.
So I started obviously doing it from them, and I noticed everybody started, and then now it's freaking
Oh,
I just watched
too
you
much now. But,
super kick Rocky did it.
right? Oh, he takes the best. I
And
think.
Rock
Yeah.
spit
Oh, the
take.
spit
Yeah.
take.
I love how this is
Kyoto
complete
did it.
no
It's uncanny.
K-fizzle. Like just K-fave.
It's okay. We're talking shop.
We're talking shop.
We're just talking shop. We're having fun.
40 years.
I don't
is
care.
it?
He killed me in our match, but that's my fault. I was just hanging there.
He just stuck his face out.
just hanging
I was like,
there
make sure you
like
put your hand up, man.
He told me
Hey,
that.
some of these guys do not want to put a hand up, and me and Matt tell them, right? Hey,
You drilled me.
Put
That's
one
that's
up.
my third time getting drilled.
Let me tell you something. If you got to wrestle the young Bizzles, you better
Put a hand up,
put the
man.
fucking hand up.
We're gonna hit you with 10 supers, and at least 2 of them are gonna catch you. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
I
oh,
See
watched
my
you guys.
sand?
What was that noise?
See my
Oh,
sand.
sorry guys. Rocky just had
A little late to the party.
Sorry, man.
That's
Super
the second.
kick
That's,
party.
that's
I'm
your.
just joining the super.
That's
kick
your second
parties.
one. This.
I was, we
this
we
blog's your
traveled
second one
back
this
from wherever
interview.
we were today,
Uh-huh.
and I was laying in my room, and Rock messages me, and he goes, "Hey man, you want to go, to the Tokyo Giants game?"
Yeah.
I mean, how ridiculous does that sound now? Like, it just sounds ridiculous, right? I'm
Yeah.
like, yes. I mean, I don't know, man. Do we go to the Giants game, smash beers?
We don't even know how to get in. I mean, it's a completely
know.
different
It's a new world.
language.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or do we sit here, ask the brothers to talk shop? Like, what do we do? And like, so we fought back and forth. No fighting. 'Cause we don't fight. We just were going back and forth. It was just like, we're going to the game, and we're gonna get smashed. And then brother's small, right?
Yeah.
So I'm smashing beers, and he's trying to match me.
Snuck that in there.
Next thing I know, his eyes are going like this.
What I-
They're going fur guide on me.
Oh, Rocky's kind of legendary though. Everybody says he can.
Well,
Yeah.
that's the point. Is he actually
Yeah,
he can
he
drink?
kept up.
Like his classic story. Just to bring this up, this is a perfect story. Is Akibono is a yokozuna
Yep.
in Japan, right? He's at everywhere he goes.
Really
Everybody
famous,
knows yokozuna Akibono, and Rocky matched him beer. For me.
wow.
That's crazy.
I didn't
Entire
know
night
that.
in
I'm not
Sapporo.
afraid of Akibano.
It was me, Rock,
Pretty good.
Tama,
badass.
and Akibono.
That's
And every
crazy.
single beer he got, I ordered one for us too.
Wow.
Came through. The next morning, Akibono's sitting there in the fucking lobby like this. You could tell that he wasn't breathing well.
He wasn't feeling
You
good
could
at
tell he
all.
didn't feel well. And I go,
all.
Akibono-san, you okay? And I wasn't feeling well either. But of
course.
Akibono-san,
None of us were.
you okay? And he goes,
Top notch, bro.
and the way it sounded, with the way I said it, was the exact way he said it. And we two sweet each other, and we go, yeah, we got the Yokozuna.
Yeah.
And if he ever hears
pretty
this
good.
and tries to get us back and calls us out,
good.
yo, we're sorry.
So how many beers strong are you guys tonight then?
Tonight,
Yeah,
Ski?
tonight.
There's no telling, babe.
You in the 20s yet?
Of course.
13,
Wait, you took-
13, 14.
night off.
Yeah, you guys
Off
night
night.
off tonight.
It's an off night.
You guys are like a real life Ric Flair.
I guess we have to. I guess the producers tell us we have to wrap it up.
Okay.
Which sucks.
Hey,
Every
guys,
time
you
we
guys-
want to
hey,
keep going.
guys, I'm
about
sorry. You
something.
guys want to talk about this, but
You gotta. It's terrible, man. Can we pound it out at least?
Yeah, we can
We'll pound it out.
Yeah, let's do that.
Pound
it
out. A 5 pound.
I love the pounds. I love the pounds.
What great guests.
Hey, for myself,
Thanks for having
Rocky Romero, for Ricochet, for Matt Buck.
I'm gonna check
and
Twitter
Nick
and see how
Buck,
popular
man.
I am.
Yeah, and please follow these guys on Twitter,
At King
Facebook.
Ricochet.
And say it again.
At King Ricochet.
At Matt Jackson 13.
Nick Jackson YB.
At Machine Gun KA.
And at Azuka Rock,
Azuka.
AZUCARROC.
And for all of us live from Tokyo, Japan, we're out.